Each and every year, taxes come due, the leaves fall, and I promise you, I'm going to Kansas. This makes 16 years that been coming here to hunt Kansas, and I got a smile on my face because it means a lot to me. And like I always say, I'm gonna come right back here next year and hopefully do it all over again.
Eric always goes to Kansas. He never misses a beat. Jason and Chris had a little deal worked out where they alternate years back and forth.
Well, guess what? This year, it's my turn.
All the episodes last year at Kansas, he talked about, I'm gonna be there next year. I'm gonna be there next year.
Well, as luck would have it, my daughter's tuition for college came up the month that the tags were due, and I just simply couldn't afford it. So I called Jason and I said, do you want my spot? Took him about half of a second to say yes.
We know this farm like the back of our hand. We know how deer use it. We know where they live on it. And I am so happy to be back here.
It's amazing how much bone I have watched go out of this hole between me and Jason and Chris. And you know, it's a really cool place to hunt. We got 2 weeks to come out here and play. And I mean, we have waited all year for this. So it's time to de-stress and chill and have some fun.
That doesn't happen, people. 10 yards at the base of the tree. Unbelievable morning. He carried that mess all the way.
That's a big deal, Chris.
Are you kidding? What a deer, son.
We literally been on the road for 15 hours. We're just getting here, getting unpacked and getting settled in. This old scent crusher's got some miles on it for the last couple of years. This tote's seen it all. I'll always take my bag inside, but I'll leave my hunting pack. I'll keep my boots and everything out here in this tote. That way I don't have to worry about weather, don't have to worry about anything. But I can still run every bit of this through the cycle, get rid of all my scent. We live by it. We eat, breathe, and sleep it. Scent is your biggest enemy when it comes to hunting mature whitetails. And this is the coolest thing that we've found to eliminate that. All right, I come out earlier this year. I put cameras up over Monster Meal. Eric and I just have got here. I can't wait to pull these cards and see what's on them. It is literally like Christmas morning for us.
We got everything unloaded. It's literally 9:22. We're going in. This is unorthodox for most people, but we want to know what we got. We've got several cameras, but we can get to like 3 of them tonight without really hurting anything, because all your deer are on that feed pattern and the moon's rising right now and they're literally out feeding. So we can go in the truck, leave the lights on, grab them when we've got them, and then get out and not hurt anything. And I know you're gonna sit there and think, man, why would you do that? I'm telling you, man, especially on this farm, these deer are conditioned to tractors and trucks working at night. It's a working cattle and row crop farm. It's a smart move. It doesn't mean it'll work for you, but it works for us. Okay. This is like Christmas, okay? Do we have 200 pictures or do we have 2,000? I'm hoping we have 2,000. Oh, what does the verdict say? Ooh, 1,895. I'll take that, 1,895. You're welcome. So, watch this. This is what I love about these brown trail cameras. Watch this. Let's just go to playback. Let's just see. Okay, there we are right now. Ooh. Well, there's 2 things that I figured out. Number 1, Jason put the camera in a good spot. And number 2, I think I just found the deer I want to hunt. So that is kind of messed up, dog kid. This thing's took 2,000 pictures and it's still got almost 70% battery. And that's what I love about those cameras. That's what, it's invaluable. We just got here. We don't even haven't even take this in here and looked at it. And I really went back, literally went through 100 pictures and there's a giant on it. So we're out. Let's go. We had a couple of bucks in mind this year. We had a buck by the name of Red Bull. And we had another buck by the name of Ford.
A deer we know all too well. It is a just giant body 10-pointer. He has to be over 300 pounds. We nicknamed this deer Ford, one because of Built Ford Tough, and also one of our friends back home, Stephen Ford. He's a huge guy, and this body of this deer is probably the biggest body on a whitetail I've ever seen.
One of the things I love more than anything every single fall is inventorying and chasing bucks with a trail camera. If I don't kill them, so be it, but just to get, a ton of pictures of them and make a story with them and a history with them, It's my favorite thing to do. Ford was a prime example of this. Years ago, we got pictures of him on a set that we call Mother Oak, and as a 3-year-old, you know, he had good mass, nice frame to him, short tines. We really knew then, you're looking at him thinking, you know what, that's a nice deer. He'll never be 160, 170-inch deer probably, but who cares? Fast forward to a few years later, 2017, Ford showed back up on the scene, and man, he was a tank. He was a man, and we tried with everything in us. Jason and I tried to kill him that year, and we simply could not. Had one brief encounter with him, didn't get any video of him. Fast forward to this year, and here he is, bigger than life. If you want my personal opinion, once they hit about 6 or 7 years old, they start banging around and moving around like they were when they were 3. He's fully mature and blowed up on the cameras. I mean, we literally got some of the most awesome pictures this fall of this deer. No doubt he's our #1 target deer, and it's game on.
Make sure you subscribe and like the page. On top of that, make sure you click the little notification bell. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know when a new video drops.
Hey guys, be sure to check us out on social media and also on our website. You're going to want to follow along for special exclusive behind the scenes, giveaways, and more about the cast.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you other than this is what we do when it's 75 in Kansas. We're just literally out shooting our bows, making sure everything's still tuned in. Got here last night. Plan was to hunt this morning. Weather's changed, super hot. It's going to be super hot for the next few days, so don't know if we'll hunt afternoons or not. We may, but we're literally just going to hang out and figure out what we want to do.
You know what? I need to step on back, because last year I had a big choke at 63 yards, and you never know, I'm gonna have to shoot that again, so I hope not, but you never know. It is no secret that last year, to say that I struggled the whole season is an understatement. To say that I struggled in Kansas was an exclamation point, because mentally, I was not in the game last year. You know, as you get older and, you know, go through your hunting career, you seem to get a little bit, you know, lazy, a little bit lackadaisical on your skills and mental prep and going through the same routines each and every day in the backyard, anchor points, all that stuff, those little things that will make you successful in the field. Last year, I did not do those things.
I wasn't gonna bring that part up, but since you brought it up, yeah, Eric,
I missed 1, 2, was it 3? No, it's 2. I missed 2 big deer in Kansas.
actually it was 3, but who's counting?
It was 3. No, it was 3.
Yeah, because I'll be like,
I mean, that's enough, Jason. Unless you want to just keep on swinging, we can't keep swinging. If I miss again, I ain't never hunting this tree again. And I told myself this year, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to mentally prepare. I'm going to sit in a stand every single morning. I'm going to range spots. I'm going to go through my checkpoints. And this year, it's going to be a different story. We were that close. Been in a stand 45 minutes. And Red Bull came up a fence, got up at 5:15 in this thicket, worked a scrape. I tried calling to him, and either A, he didn't hear me because he turned away, but he wasn't 50 yards, or B, he just wasn't interested. But I snort wheezed at him and lightly rattled when I couldn't hear him no more, but he just wasn't interested. But it just goes to show you, pushing the envelope, hanging and hunting, getting right on top of them where they're sleeping, it'll work. It's 70 degrees today and he still got up. It's just that time of year. But the way the wind's blowing, he's gonna circle that thicket and go out to a couple big bean fields, so at least we know he's here. All right, second day up, we go on down to a set that I call Four Corners. We've got a Whitetail Institute food plot down there, clover. I mean, it is absolutely a dream spot to hunt.
There is 3 deer on this side of the farm. The main deer we're going in here is a deer that we call Ford. He's a big, probably 7, 8, 9-year-old 10-pointer. We've got history with deer. We know him. He's probably 325 pounds. I mean, he's one of the biggest body deers we've ever had the opportunity to hunt. So let's go see what happens. We're in a stand. I look up, I see a big bodied deer cross the path. I can tell you sure, don't know what it is. Reach around, tell Eric, hey, get the camera, there's a big deer. Soon as this deer steps out, I did not know it was him, but as soon as I seen his body, I said, I'm shooting this deer if it comes over.
Yeah. Okay.
The deer's walking in, we recognize him, it's Ford. He's at about 80, 90 yards. He stops, he's standing at the edge of the Whitetail Institute food plot, and he's just trying to figure out what is not exactly right about the situation.
That is the biggest deer on the farm that we call Ford. The stupid Weather Channel said it was supposed to be a northwest wind until dark, which is this way. It's blowing straight west. He come out of that cedar. I mean, oh, well, thanks Weather Channel. I've always said that I wanted to be like a weather guy or whatever because they're the only people that can always be wrong and still keep their job.
Go ahead, subscribe to our channel, like it. You're gonna get that little notification bell. It's gonna go off, let you know when something new hit. Follow, subscribe. Happy hunting this fall. We love everybody. Thank you again.
Man, what one 24-hour change will bring when it comes to weather. It's overcast, barometric pressure is still right around 30 today, but we've got a 20-degree temperature change, so we're going in pretty early tonight. We're gonna go set Red Bull. 2 nights ago we saw him skirt the edge, or we're right in the edge of his bedroom where he's sleeping, so we're on top of him. Tonight I hope he'll come in. If he doesn't, I may crack those horns and try to make him get up on his feet and move. I don't know. It's time. It's right before any does have popped, and you know, any time does start popping and your most mature bucks are on a lock, and it just becomes a grinding game. So we shall see.
We haven't been in the stand 10 minutes. I'm still getting stuff set up, getting the camera arm, and I look up and here comes a deer.
The more I stared at him, the bigger to me he kept getting.
We've got pictures of him. He's a 4-year-old, and Eric is dying to shoot this deer. We know him all too well. We've got pictures of him, and trust me, when you're in a stand, this is a deer that you want to see, but you don't want to see. Because for an old redneck like us from Virginia, I can tell you that I would hate to be behind the bow that Eric's holding.
We don't have deer like that at home.
Because as much as you want to shoot this deer, that could be your 200-inch deer in a couple of years.
Gave him the pass, and hopefully we'll see him next year.
That deer's 100%. After I got a better look at him, he's 100% a 4-year-old. He is a 6x5, but he broke. He's got a double 3, and he also had a double 2, but he broke part of the double 2 off. He's like a 7x5. That is a future booner, and it's like, I don't know, man. That had him at 21 yards. Let him go.
I got to that point in the hunt and I'm thinking, at any moment, it's going to happen. One of the two big deer that we're after is going to make a mistake.
We have had encounter after encounter after encounter. We've just not had the deer that we want to shoot in front of us. So we're going in tonight, the same spot.
And if you would have told me that night when we got in the stand that Ford was going to show up, I'd have called you a liar, but the trail camera didn't. Jason said it was going to happen, and sure enough, here he comes. We need you to support us, guys, so go over, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and every time we post something, you're going to get that little bell going off, and you're going to know instantly that you can go over and watch it and catch what's going on.
We got a really big deer over here in the field. He just come out running a doe. And the does disappeared right down here in front of us, so hopefully they'll work this way. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to call or just see what happens. Oh, right there, they come right now, right.
We're both standing there watching, and I pick my binoculars up, and then as soon as I see him, I know exactly what deer it is. That is Ford. That is a deer that I had my sight set on, and we have 0 pictures of him on this side of the farm. But hey, I guess Eric's about to get lucky.
Just smoked a freaking giant. Freaking smoked a freaking giant. Dang it, buddy. Let's go, man. Dang it, Jason, why wasn't you behind the bow? I don't care, brother. We got it done. It's forward. I eat him up.
George, dude, did you see the blind?
I'm sorry, dude.
What are you sorry about?
Because I wanted you to kill that deer.
We're on the same team, man. I'm as happy for him to Smokey as for me to Smokey. That's the biggest deer we got on the farm. And I mean, he's not just big, rack-wise. He's like 325 pounds. I mean,
There wasn't no more swinging than this time when Jason was going to kill me. I was like, I had to look at that deer. That's a deer you wait a long time to kill, and you can't screw that one up. So 31 yards, I mean, he just...
let's get our hands on him.
I mean, look at that. I don't even know what to say.
To see him lay there on the ground and be behind him, I did not care what he scored.
I don't know why I get so emotional. I get more emotional when I do this. It's like, I mean, we love them and respect them so much, and you chase them so hard. I mean, it's an honor to be able to put your hand on one. We had to get a light package here because we found him literally right in the last few waning moments of light. But here he is. This is Ford. I have been blessed enough to kill a lot of really big whitetails in Kansas, but this one right here, I mean, he's 7, 8 years old. I mean, long beams, just a big, massive 10-pointer. But the body on this deer is the biggest body deer I've ever killed in my life. We chased him last year and couldn't get him killed. Jason almost got this deer killed the other night. We just had some bad luck and didn't get him killed. And then tonight, of all nights, I'm hunting a deer we call Red Bull, and he's on the other end of the farm, and that just tells you, I mean, we're right here before pre-lock, and he's just running this farm, and he was plumb over on the other end of the farm. This is a deer I really wanted Jason to kill, but it's a team effort. It's the first thing Jason said. It really is. I got to kill this deer with my brother. I mean, Jason he's not my blood brother, but he's more important than that. He's family, and you know, we got to do it together. And it's his deer as much as mine because he'd have made the same exact shot on him. And what can I say about Kansas? But as I've said it once, I'll say it again. Good Lord willing, I'll be back next year. What a giant.
Eric, once again, is going home with a giant buck.
Eric, congrats, man. That's a heck of a deer. Giant, biggest body whitetail I've ever seen any of us harvest. Made a heck of a shot. Jason's got his work cut out for him. He plans on bringing one home bigger next week.
Once again, Kansas has been phenomenal. Eric shot my deer. Tune in next week and see me shoot a smaller one.